Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new legal breaking reporting and legal breaking analysis video. Outgoing former interim U.S. Attorney Ed Martin, Stop the Steal, has revealed and disclosed that he is under a investigation probe. Let's talk about it and explore the details of this new reporting by The Hill. The article, ladies and gentlemen, is titled Ed Martin, Outgoing U.S. Attorney, Discloses He is Subject to Ethics Probe. And ladies and gentlemen, that article reads, Outgoing interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Ed Martin, disclosed he is under investigation by a D.C. ethics panel in a goodbye email sent to staff as he prepares to take on a new role at the Justice Department. Martin stepped down this week after his nomination for the post hit a roadblock with some GOP senators. He has since been tapped by President Trump to lead the new Weaponization Working Group at the DOJ. Now slated by President Trump, by Trump, for a more far-reaching role at the Justice Department. Martin alerted staff that he is under investigation by the D.C. Bars of Disciplinary Council, which reviews complaints filed against attorneys in the city. Martin appeared to attach a complaint before the board and referenced the official's leader, Hamilton, quote, Phil, unquote, Fox, quote, I am taking Mr. Fox head on. His conduct is personally insulting and professionally unacceptable, unquote, wrote Martin in an email reviewed by The Hill. He also blasted the office as well as judges, writing, quote, it is an outstanding outrage how they treat us, and I will continue to fight against the weaponization of our law licenses against us, unquote. Martin was facing at least 2 requests for ethics investigations made to the ODC. A letter from Senator Dick Durbin, Democrat from Illinois, and fellow Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee laid out a series of actions from Martin, noting that he remained the attorney of record for one of the January 6th defendants. He represented in private practice while dismissing his case as the interim U.S. attorney. Quote, by not recusing himself from this letter, Mr. Martin created an intermissible conflict of interest and appearance of impropriety by using his new government office to favor his client, whom he was defending from the very charges he sought to dismiss, unquote, Durbin wrote. Martin also oversaw the firing and reassigning of prosecutors who worked on January 6th cases. Durbin's letter also noted Martin's social media posts to Elon Musk pledging to take action against those, quote, who acted simply unethical, unquote, in dealings with the Department of Government Efficiency efforts. Durbin's letter also noted Martin's social media. I already read that, so I'm going to skip to the next line, ladies and gentlemen. A request from the group demand progress made similar arguments. It's not clear which of the requests Martin was referencing. Durbin's office did not respond to a request for comment, while demand progress received a response from Fox's office asking for more information. The group indicated its request has not yet been formally docketed. A contrast to the docketed case number referenced by Martin. Other lawmakers have also asked for investigations into Martin through the Office of the Inspector General at the Justice Department. Martin made a number of remarkable moves during his short tenure in the post, including igniting investigations into two Democratic lawmakers. Martin is set to take on multiple roles at the Justice Department, including serving as the U.S. Pardon Attorney. His predecessor, Liz Oyer, said she was fired shortly after she declined to recommend actor Mel Gibson have his gun rights restored. Quote, so in the spirit of that role, please pardon me if anything I have done has wronged you, unquote. He wrote in the goodbye email. Martin also said earlier this week he plans to use the role to investigate pardons given by former President Trump. Quote, I do think that the Biden pardons need some scrutiny, unquote, Martin said during a press conference, quote, "They need scrutiny because we want pardons to matter and to be accepted to be something that's used correctly. So I do think we are going to take a hard look," unquote. Martin's goodbye email also referenced that he was recently spit on during an interview the same day that another passerby approached him and told him, quote, "You're great." Quote, "Somewhere in between is the truth, I suppose," unquote, he said. Trump has said former Fox News host and former judge Jeanine Pirro would take over Martin's role as U.S. Attorney for D.C. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one thing's for sure, Ed Martin is obviously lying about Biden's pardons. 2, it's possible, don't get me wrong, it is possible to have pardons reviewed, but it is not possible to have any pardons that were made by previous presidents and delivered reversed, as reported in a previous legal breaking reporting. That is gonna do it for today's legal breaking reporting by The Hill. If you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting, ladies and gentlemen, please, firstly, like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy. Secondly, if you want to make sure that you never miss a brand new legal breaking reporting on the side of politics, please hit the bell icon as well as the all notifications option. The bell icon is located directly beneath the screen here on the right hand side of the subscribe button. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys also want to make sure you're always up to date on all the things legal breaking reporting wise on the side of politics, please follow me on my social medias. That'll be linked down below in the video description. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, as well as TikTok. Fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the goal of 170 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 170 plus subscribers is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 170 subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve right after we reach and achieve the goal of 170 subscribers. Fifthly, and lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please stay positive. Even though I know at times it's hard for you guys to stay positive, it's even hard for me at times to stay positive. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please know that justice will prevail on the correct side of law eventually, despite Donald Trump and his unconstitutional, illegal administration regimes, executive orders, actions, and illegal behaviors. And I will talk to you guys in the next legal breaking reporting.